Zelenskyy, who I'm not I don't know. I'm not the most clearly people don't ever come to me for like geopolitical takes or
You're the
I'm
first
not
person I go to.
What?
What are you talking
I'm
about?
no like war expert. I don't really care that much about countries other than the United States, other than of course like wherever Steph lives. It's so like the Ukraine war just once I found out how much money we gave to them, I was like, what the fuck? This is ridiculous, beyond ridiculous.
It was like a third of a trillion, right?
A
It's
third of a
absurd,
trillion. We could have cured literally
absurd
all of
amount.
our problems. All of
Yeah.
us could have gotten the BBLs for that much money.
Yes.
All of us could have gotten, facelifts, etc., penis lengthening surgeries. We could have cured homelessness 47 times over. So Zelensky comes to the White House this week, and Trump, being the sly businessman he is, basically I think humiliated him on television. I think it was very much planned out. He's a business guy, so anytime it looks like he's being rash or being extra, it's like this is part of the shtick. Like this is part of his deal.
But
Anyway,
Zelensky went in there trying to play tough guy, and I'm sorry,
yes, and
you
he's
don't
a
come
small
to your
man.
sugar daddy's house
Exactly.
demanding for more money and acting like a tough guy. You gotta be submissive at that point, and
You have to be like, you have to be like,
yeah, you gotta kiss the ring.
Somebody said he was mad that his Coke stash was gone. And so
he keeps Coke at the White House.
Yeah. The Coke they found was his.
This is conjecture, of course.
So Trump, I love it. They bring out the biggest chairs. I swear to God, they pulled out the biggest chairs they even have there for Zelensky to sit in because he's a tiny man who never seems to
supersize the chair.
They put him and his wife on the cover of Vogue. He's got more money than anybody, but he can't buy a jacket and tie to wear the damn White House. He shows up in his same sad outfit and he like sasses Trump. He sasses JD Vance. It was just really interesting. I've never seen anything like it. I was like, why don't they put all the fights between the world leaders on TV? I would watch this all day. Like this is how to get people interested in politics is really more fights or more I guess.
Yeah, they do this in private normally, right? I'm assuming. Like I assume that they like bitch each other out in private all the time, but we don't get to see any of it. So we just get to hear about it. Like I was real tough with him. You guys should have seen it. It's like, well, just let us see it. Like what the why not?
Let me find the clip of Zelensky and Trump just for anybody who hasn't seen it.
So good.
It's just enjoyable. I could really watch this all day.
It is in the back.
I'm sorry. Vinci,
Sir?
where did you put it? The argument. Thank you.
I poured it over my hands. It is in the chat.
Oh shit! I fucking clicked on the wrong thing. Here we go. Thank you. I'll come again. I found the point in the video. In case you've been living under a rock or something, here is our boy, our daddy, Trump.
Eddie.
And why does Zelensky, again, everything about this guy is greedy, greedy, greedy. Why isn't he 2 Y's in his last name? Isn't 1 Y enough? Anyway, here's Trumpy.
I already mentioned Poland. Poland was under Russian control for decades after the Second World War. When I was a kid, I looked at the United States not only as a So
this is the question coming from a reporter, or is this coming from Zelensky?
But also as a force.
I think it's a reporter.
Okay, this is a reporter right now.
I think.
Yeah. So this is a reporter. It's a reporter who sounds similar to Zelensky, but different. Asking a question that leads into the sassy moment.
What's your message for them?
What's your message?
Align myself with both of them. You'd never have a deal. You want me to say really terrible things about Putin? And
yes.
Say, hi, Vladimir. How are we doing on the deal? It doesn't work that way. I'm not aligned with Putin. I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm aligned with the United States of America.
Yes.
For the good of the world. I'm aligned with the world. And I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of thing. He's got tremendous hatred.
Look how small he looks.
I can tell you the other side
He's
is
tweaking right
exactly
now.
in
He's
love
like,
with,
I don't know what to do.
you know, him either.
Tweaking.
Like, I don't know why you couldn't pull out the smaller chair. Then I'm going to show you what the chairs looked like when he went to the UK. And he looks gigantic in those chairs. But this is why I know they pulled out extra big chairs for him.
So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world.
Well,
I
Trump
want to
and
get the
Vance are
thing
both
set.
like
I'm aligned with Europe.
6'6",
Oh,
6'5". Like they're both very tall.
Mm-hmm. They can fill out a chair. They can fill out a pair of pants.
I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so You're never going to get a deal that way, so that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
Hey, I want to respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the president of the United States' words mattered more than the president of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Look at his face.
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied it, our
Top 10 photos
big
taken
parts
before
of
disaster.
Ukraine, part
Yeah.
of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was
I say he's a big
Obama,
bold
then
Trump book
President
on the
Obama, then
table.
President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him.
Somebody get him some
But
English
during
lessons.
2014, nobody
Yeah.
stopped him. He just occupied and took.
Why can't
He
his
killed people.
300-something billion buy him some Hooked on Phonics or like learn English in your car? or
Yeah, some
something?
ESL teacher.
Yeah.
That's like a tutor, honestly. I mean, would really
Okay,
help.
Trump is apparently 6'3". That was my bad. But
Okay,
he's
that's
still very
tall.
tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a tall man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. The tie alone is 5 feet long.
People, you know what the contact line?
2015.
Look at him trying to
24,
man spread like the two of them.
2014,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Trump is just he's an effortless man spreader. You see how he just fills out that chair
Yeah,
effortlessly.
he's got a dumpy for sure.
He does have a dumper on him. And Zelenskyy just looks like someone should have a hand up his back or something. He's a tiny. It's a
like a
puppet
Muppet.
joke. Yeah, like a
Yeah,
Muppet.
no, I get it.
So
I was
killed.
not here.
I think
Yeah,
he'd enjoy that
exactly
too
right.
much.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, what the
It's not a
situation
manly
is saying that
accent.
People have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire.
American?
All of them told me that he will never go. We signed with him with gas contract. Gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange
So
of prisoners.
he's basically
but
like
he didn't do it.
he's complaining about the actions of a previous administration, like to Trump, and he's like, well,
Well, he's
I
talking
don't
about
know.
2019, which was Trump, kind of. But
I think
the invasion didn't happen until 2021, I think. I'm getting my years mixed up.
till he
now.
was out. Yeah.
Well, technically, if you're really going to talk about when the invasion started, really started with the annexation of Crimea back in 2013. This has been going back further than when the war
Trump.
officially started, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obama and Biden, they had mucked it up.
Yeah.
What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring it into this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring people.
Come to Ukraine. I will give you black shirt as well, and you can pose with a helmet.
Propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems like bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future.
No, we won't.
Okay, some people
really pissed off Trump.
Some people think that this was some kind of
like a threat.
Like a threat, yeah.
It
like
is a threat.
No, it's just disrespectful. It's just like being like
you have a nice ocean. It's almost like I don't know. I've read some theories online, like they're alluding to there's going to be some
It
kind
is a
of
threat.
catastrophe
100% a threat.
involving the ocean.
It's kind of a threat, but it's more just kind of like, you know, like you're not as safe and big and good as you think you are, America. Like you're gonna, you know, something's gonna happen to you one day.
How is that not a threat?
Yeah,
it's not a direct threat. I mean, he's not saying like he's just saying in general.
It's implied.
Like,
he's not in a position like the person who begged, or I don't know how much he begged, but he's back here begging. We gave him $300-something billion. You should be like licking you should have no time to even talk. You should be busy licking everyone's balls.
Yeah.
And
that's how thugs threaten people. But it's still a threat. It's implied. It's 100% a threat. It's not some like don't give him any sort of plausible deniability. He knows exactly what he's doing and what he's
I don't know. He can barely speak English, so I mean, I don't know. Don't give him that leash. Like, don't give him that room on the leash. He's just. I don't think he's that smart. Like, I don't think he's even smart enough to threaten. I think he's just like
I don't think you should. No, I don't think you should underestimate your enemy like that. Absolutely not. What are you talking about?
He's an idiot.
And so Trump is currently loading a sock full of quarters that he's getting ready to spin around and lob at him.
Don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly what you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
Feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people.
Wow.
You're gambling with World
War III. Have you seen the Uno meme?
You're gambling.
Have
No.
you seen like someone like edited like Uno cards in their hands and Trump's like, you're not in a very good position, and he's got like all this. It's so funny.
Oh, that's funny.
Now this guy's not intelligent. I'm sorry. Listen to Putin talk and then listen to Zelensky talk and just tell me.
Oh yeah.
You can like the IQ. You know, differential is like insane.
But he knows how to be manipulative, which is his own kind of.
If you let him, I mean,
right.
Only if you let him. It's not, you know, Putin's way smarter. Like he thinks 10 steps ahead. Zelensky thinks 1-2 steps ahead tops. So there's just no, you know, Putin and Trump, same level. Zelensky's like this little fucking clown Joker bitch, like over here being like, but me. And they're like, the adults are speaking. Like, go away.
This is a good comment from Choppers.
The scary thing about all of this is that Zelensky obviously feels and believes that he can speak to world leaders like this, because if he feels like he had the gumption to be able to talk to President Trump and Vice President Vance in front of the whole world like this, think about what he's actually doing behind closed doors in terms of your leaders and our own, having this kind of level of entitlement that is just way over the line at this point. He's had billions from all these countries, and there's no end to this Ukraine war in sight. And when President Trump is turning around and saying, dude, you're playing with World War III, It's true. He is playing with World War III. And I don't think Zelenskyy fully realizes that, or the danger that he's putting the world through or into by prolonging the Ukrainian war. He needs to get off his high horse, pull his head, or his coke-filled alleged head, out his fucking ass, and he needs to get to the negotiation table. And at this point, he needs to understand that he now needs to concede territory. There's no other way around it at this point. He's completely outmanned, completely outgunned, and without America's support, he's going to be fucked. Regardless of the billions that the EU is going to give him, it's not going to be enough.
Right. It's like you have a plane that's about to crash, and the pilot's like, well, I want to land it like perfectly. It's like, no, let's just make sure nobody else gets killed, and let's just freaking land this plane. And it's not going to, it's got to be, it's gonna be messy, but we gotta get it done. And again, he's in no position to be like, wait a minute, because they asked him multiple times, and even Brett Baer on Fox interviewed him after I guess Trump kicked him out of the White House. Interviewed him later on the night, and Brett Baer kept asking him, like, do you want this war to end? He's like, well, certainly.
No, he doesn't, because then his gravy train's fucking over.
Money will stop coming through because there's this allegation that some of it is being laundered and is being kept by him, and he's enriching himself, this, that, and the other, which I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. The other scary thing that I find with this whole interaction, firstly, Trump and Vance were right to absolutely bitch slap him in front of the world's media. The dude needed pulling down a peg or two. But the second thing is that he's obviously used to talking to your leaders this way, because he's obviously been talking to Biden like this all these years and been able to get away with it because Biden is not Biden. He's fucking off in Alzheimer's land. You know what I mean? So Zelensky's been getting away with talking to your leaders in this manner for years. It's just Trump now's turning around and telling them, God.
He's too comfortable. It's wild how comfortable he is. It's like, oh, you haven't been checked in 4+ years, and this is what that looks like.
He seems like a spoiled child. That's what he reminds me of.
Yeah.
Take away his allowance.
Like I tweeted, I'm like, he's like the homeless guy who's begging for money so he can get food. Then you go, oh, I'll buy you a slice of pizza. And, no, I'm a vegan. Sorry, I don't eat pizza. It's like, bitch, you eat what I tell you to eat.
World War III, and what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once?
This entire meeting?
No, in this entire
today,
meeting, have you said thank you?
Today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your...
What's that head that's behind them? I just noticed that.
Kind of creepy.
It's a little
isn't that oh my goodness, Winston Churchill? I know that President Trump reinstalled the bust of Winston Churchill. It could be that.
Okay, I hope that's not his actual head.
Country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war,
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country is in big trouble. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone. And we are thankful. I said thanks you in this cabinet.
You haven't been alone. We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion. We gave you military equipment. And your men are brave, but they had to use our military. If you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days. I heard it from Putin. In 3 days. This is something maybe less. In 2 weeks. Of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this.
Again, just say thank you.
I said it a lot of times. Except
that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the cards. You're buried there. Your people
like
are dying. You're running low on soldiers.
Listen,
you're running low on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing. And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look,
I love it.
If you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
With guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't with me.
For you
that wasn't with me. That was with a guy named Biden who was not a smart person. That was with Obama.
It was your president.
Excuse me.
Not a smart person. Actually.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful. Because let me tell you, you don't have the cards.
What a prick.
With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
Here's the meme right here. So funny.
It's going to be a tough deal to make.
Oh, he's
because
so
the attitudes
pissed.
have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks peace talks? What do we do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right now.
What are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
Well, what if they?
That's like me with Stef's accent. I don't know what the hell you're saying.
What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay. Biden, they didn't respect.
He's so good.
Him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot.
Look at even Zelensky's like,
yeah. Yeah, it's like you're a fucking crazy dude.
Where they used him and Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. The 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff. All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened. But he didn't break them with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if he can make a deal. The problem is I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing.
Oh, look, CW. Yeah, that's what I want to know. I want to know what girls think about your little... We're not girls, okay, CW? Enjoy your band.
CW, cock whistler.
Yeah, cock whistler. Man. The cock whistler is here. Oh, boy. Yeah. Not grateful at all, acting like a spoiled brat. And just imagine what he says not to their faces.
Yeah. Crazy.
Not when the cameras are rolling.
Well, actually, he did say something to the faces, but it was under his breath and it was caught on camera. He called Vice President J.D. Vance a bitch in Ukrainian.
I've heard
somebody said that like it means just like shit, kind of like.
I was seeing on the internet on Twitter that it was bitch.
A lot of Ukrainians were saying that it means like fuck or shit like that. Like he's like frustration also. Like it doesn't necessarily mean that in the way that he said it as Ukrainian, I guess. Like maybe in Russian directly it does, but the way that he said it, they were saying it means like fuck. Like he's upset.
It was
like,
Russian and the word was suka.
That's it.
Suka, yeah.
I heard
it wasn't Ukrainian.
Something on the internet.
Oh, so it wasn't Ukrainian. It was Russian?
From what I understand, yeah.
Yeah, I was saying that Ukrainians were saying that it means something different in Ukrainian. That's what I heard. That's similar, but
wow.
Huh.
Russell Hall, what cards do we have to offer? Every single card we gave them is a smoldering ruin on some distant battlefield. Russia destroyed all of our weapons. See, Russell Hall, thank God for Russell. He is our geopolitical expert.
Look at the Uno meme. It's up there in the chat.
Where?
It's in the private chat. Where he said, haha, I beat you, or I said, oh, you beat me to it. He posted Uno card meme. It's up a little bit. It's pretty funny. I keep looking at it.
Oh my God, it's a video. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's great.
And then what did they
it's all the understanding you need.
Dismissed for lunch, and then what? They just never let Zelenskyy back in. They just
he didn't have lunch either. They ate his lunch, literally.
They ate his lunch. They locked the doors behind him. They didn't let him back in. And then what he had to
This meme is
and then he headed on over to UK where we gave him
You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now.
Oh my God, this is what AI was made for.
God bless the meme lords. No, that was someone.
The internet. That wasn't even AI. Yeah, that was manually made.
the old-fashioned way. The way
meme was made the way
our grandparents labored over making memes.
My peepaw went to the meme mines every day.
Meme on peepaw.
One day.
Hand sewn memes.
It's so
my grandma used to make her memes by hand.
Oh, and sent memes to grandfather during the war. With the video of him dancing in heels. Russell, this doesn't help me. I need links.
Well, I did post in the chat way earlier, like him on he was in Dancing with the Stars. He won Dancing with the Stars Ukraine back in 2006.
Oh yes, we will play that.
And there's lots of him dancing in like pink silk.
It's hard to believe that it's actually him. I'm going to cue that up. Lady, thank you for the orange boy. The next person, the idiot but dumb European elites will send to the White House is the hot Giorgia Meloni with her tailored white pants to try to persuade Trump to start World War III with Russia. Ugh. Well, he doesn't seem like he wants that. Russell Hall, given that Ukraine suspended elections beyond what its constitution allows, Russia
That's
doesn't
called
consider
democracy. Look it up.
doesn't consider Zelenskyy a legitimate party to negotiate with. Russell again. Also, Russia did not unilaterally annex Crimea. Crimea voted to annex itself after the legitimate Ukrainian government was overthrown by a coup. Hello, Fealty. Zelenskyy conveyed the strongest country as weak. We are the country who knocks. You do not come in our house and try to say we will receive a knock. Thank you, Fealty. Yeah, we're fucking America. Jasmine Crockett, Blast My Rocket, Hawk 202. You have ocean. Too bad you're going to feel it. You will feel splashes. Yeah, that was weird. Tyler Durton, yellow chairs. Yeah, they're gold. Cornelius Buttknuckle, thank you for the yellow boy. Even if you take the billions in aid out of the picture, Zelenskyy flew in and campaigned for Kamala and then had the nerve to show up to Trump's White House with that spoiled rich kid attitude. I agree 100%.
Too true, Mr. Buttknuckle.
I mean, you have a leader of a country literally flying in and committing election interference. You know, it's just as bad as, Keir Starmer sending over some of his Labour cronies to help Kamala with, the fundraising and getting the votes and all that lot.
And guess what? It was all for naught.
Thanks for that.
It didn't work. Nobody gives a shit about those people. Russell Hall, Ukraine, not Russia, is the party that broke every agreement and ceasefire, which is precisely why Russia will never, ever agree to another ceasefire. Thank you, Russell.
I mean, mathematically, the UK is fucked because they allow anyone in the Commonwealth to vote in elections. That's such an absurd rule. When I first read it, I couldn't believe it, to be honest.
Wow. So all the illegals?
The Commonwealth is like a third of the world population.
Oof.
It's absurd.
That's ridiculous.
If you're an immigrant, or if you're there for school, or if you're there as like refugee and you're part of the Commonwealth, come from a Commonwealth country, you can just vote in elections, and that's just allowed. That's absurd. Like mathematically, I'm sorry, the UK has no chance.
Wow. Yeah, that's stupid.
No, it's absurd.
Simon, how you'd think with all that money gone missing, Zelenskyy would show up in a gold-plated suit. He's mad because he wants more money from old man Biden. Yep.
Yeah, that's why he dresses down, though. Because he's trying to act like he doesn't have money. It's like a reverse psychology thing.
It's like a Steve Jobs type move.
Yeah, but
reality.
Steve Jobs was smart.
That's true. He did stuff. The White House live feed is the best show on TV. Thank you, Mark. La Parca. I love Stef's accent.
Ooh.
Sexy as F.
Ooh.
Junior. Stef has a majestic accent. I wish she spoke English.
Me too. But you're going to have to make do for Spacker Yorkshire instead.
All right, let's. I couldn't believe this video when I saw it. So this is Zelenskyy. This is because I heard people say, "Oh, he's a comedian," and I was like, "What? I don't."
Oh, he's an actor.
Like, so
he was an actor. I forget the name of the show. He was an actor in a show where he's like he's a teacher who was overheard like, I guess, bad mouthing the current leadership in Ukraine, and so then someone like secretly records his rant, and he gets elected. It's like he's such a plant. It's absurd. But yeah, this is him dancing. Look, he's so good.
This is wild.
Yeah.
Or it gets worse.
Oh my god, he's a way better dancer than he is president. He's like, I wanted to wear pink. Oh my god.
He ended up winning, from what I understand.
How long ago was this?
This was 2006, so it's been a while. Nearly 20 years.
I have not put on my dancing shoes in quite some time. She should just be wearing a big soccer ball costume, and like he should be kicking her around. Oh my god.
It's so good.
Now I know where he's going to put all his money. I will make more costumes. I will return to Dancing with the Stars. Wow. Here I am as sexy pirate, but blindfold.
Oh my god, the cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. During rehearsal for this, I walked into the percussion section. I can't see you, but I can see you. We had to practice this entire routine by smell. I was distracted by her back. Charlie Chaplin? Yeah, another thing America gave the world. You're welcome. Wow. Never mind, he was British. Wow. Wow.
Isn't that great? So he won. I guess that was the best they had.
Wow. I just don't. I can't believe the sass.
And then there's like the single ladies dance he did where he's like wearing assless leather chaps.
No. Come on.
Have you not seen? Oh my god, hang on.
Assless chaps, I must see this.
I mean, I think he's got on like some like booty shorts underneath the chaps, but yeah. Hang on.
Okay, so in 2015-2019, Zelenskyy was the star of a TV show about a school teacher that complains about government, then becomes the leader of the country? Come on, too close.
Too much.
Oh, wow. It was literally so that they could show the people like, oh, look, he could be president.
Look, he's possible.
Legit.
Right. He can be fed lines.
Servant of the people. Let's play the trailer.
So it's in Ukrainian.
I can't understand a word of this.
Hang on, I've got one with.
Looks like a.
I've got one with English captions. Give me a second.
Yeah.
I got you, boo.
I don't. Hey, quick, learn Ukrainian.
No need. Un momento. But I did post a link to the single ladies in the chat. The single ladies, good lord.
The single lady. Oh, I see. This. I thought this was fake.
No, it's real. There you go. And there's the recount link is the one with captions.
Oh boy. Let's play for a minute.
It's real.
No, stop it.
What the heck?
This can't be real. Who are these?
There's another way to fund the war, Zelensky. Is
this his cabinet? Are these his vice presidents?
I don't know.
He's in high heels.
That's
Oh my
so
God, they're
weird.
all in high heels.
Okay, maybe
This
I
is
was wrong about the
embarrassing.
assless chaps part. No, it's supremely embarrassing.
It's so cringy.
I'm embarrassed
How
for
did you
him
run
right now.
for an office, like knowing this is out here?
Yep.
Looking
Putin
to be
saw
doing
this and he was like,
handstands
"Yeah,
in
they
high
have to
heels.
die."
Oh my
Oh
God!
my
This is the
God.
gayest shit I've ever seen.
I've never seen it.
Do you think he's stuffed? It looks like he did.
Oh yeah, he definitely
Wow,
has a small
definitely.
PP. He has small PP energy all
Of
over.
course.
Oh my God!
I was
I'm
wrong about him being
jealous. You
assless.
can
I'm
dance
sorry.
and walk in heels better than me.
He's
I'm
very
sorry
good
about
at
the
it.
dangerous misinformation, but you know,
Looks like they're trying to spell out help.
it's a humiliation.
It
visual,
is. It is.
If you
Oh
believe
my!
in that sort of thing.
I do believe in that sort of
Yeah, I was just reading it or watching a YouTube about that.
It's real.
Wow.
Like that. Yeah.
Thank you, Deranged. Yes, I got fact checked. Charlie Chaplin was born in England. I almost took credit.
I'll
for
be
his
back in 1 second.
existence. Okay, Simon Ho, was Zelensky playing Charlie Chaplin or Hitler? That's true. They look similar. Look up Kazaki Love official music video. Russell Hall, and you thought your intro was long enough. All right, here's a clip of Tulsi. I guess she's reacting to what happened.
Here is something that the political establishment and propaganda.
Do you think she dyes that little piece of her hair?
Yeah, I think I would just to enhance it.
It looks great.
It's natural.
What?
Yeah.
I
That's
natural.
awesome. Good for her.
Ukraine's President Zelensky has just banned yet another political opposition party, one that questioned his legitimacy as president, and used Ukraine's Department of Justice to mandate the seizure of this party's members' assets. Now, this is just the latest of Zelensky's action to do this sort of thing. He began banning major political opposition parties in 2022. And he also started banning TV channels that were associated with his political opponents. And
Wow.
for total control.
That's called democracy.
Largest
Look it up.
This
television
is what
networks, now
democracy
controlled by
looks
their
like.
government.
Damn.
Zelensky's presidential term ended on May 20th.
I remember.
He canceled elections in the name of martial law, suspending Ukraine's constitution so that he could stay in power. Now, defenders of Zelensky will say, hey, Ukraine is in the middle of a war. They can't have elections. Just stop for a moment and think, if we accept that excuse or criteria for suspending the Constitution and canceling elections, then we should presume that leaders in our own country and our own establishment media will also use this same excuse and rationale when they suspend our Constitution and our elections, since we too are at war with Russia and China. If you think this sounds crazy, look at what's already going on. They've already started conditioning us to accept a dictatorship by rationalizing their own use of our Department of Justice to target President Trump and other political enemies in their efforts to stay in power.
Because it's all projection. Boom, broop. I hate that little noise.
Yeah, it's annoying. I always cut it off.
Can we have a TikTok without that?
No.
No. Wow.
It used to be no sound, but it would like just, show the username, because that's the whole idea. It's like to show who made it, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Tulsi. We love Tulsi.
She's hot.
She is hot. And
Yeah.
I like her even more that she doesn't enhance her gray stripe. Russell Hall, he also plays the piano with his dick, no joke. Get
We have
me
a
a
link to
link.
that.
Get
Really?
me
We
a
have a
link,
link to
Russell.
that. It's already a
I
link to
know.
It is
that.
already in the
chat.
backstage.
What?
I wouldn't
What
be
do you
surprised.
mean? But is his penis out? Because we can't have that on
No, he
YouTube.
says
No,
it's
it is not out. It is
It's
You
in
need
a
PG.
to
sock.
read your support messages, girl.
It's in a sleeve.
He knows what you're gonna ask already.
I know. He's 5 steps ahead of me. Like Trump. Zelensky's TV company Kvartal 95 posted a picture of a piano with the inscription Trump. This is in reference to Zelensky playing without hands. They're actually what the hell?
This is what leadership looks like. I don't know what the problem is.
That's the TC.
Well, they love it. The crowd loves it.
Why don't they play this when he's walking into the Oval Office? Like, just
Yeah.
It's just like his hail to the chief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the SNL skit "Dick in a Box" for some reason.
Yeah. Like,
Right?
Dick
But that
in a
was
piano.
at least catchy. This isn't
Yeah.
even good.
He's really a pianist.
If you're gonna play the piano with your wiener, you better be good at it. This isn't good.
Right.
Yeah.
His dick is so small he can only play the black keys.
Wait, no. Whoa.
First of all,
Is everyone who lives there retarded?
yes. First of all, anybody could do that. Like, I don't have a penis, but I imagine if I had a lump of flesh hanging off me, I could jam it
Lump
onto
of
a piano. I
mean, like, I'm sure, like, you could play the pianos with like a boobie. Like Stef could definitely.
That's the same.
Or no, I'm sorry, not Stef. Shanny. rather.
Yeah, my decolletage.
I don't know what Stef's working with there. You kind of.
Steph could do it. Come on. Why
We
you
could all slam a boobie down.
Hello there.
I could slam one of the milkers down for sure.
There we go.
I'm not impressed with this.
Madame.
This could be a player piano for
Do
all
you
we
think
know.
this has got to be edited where they're like showing
It's a
them
gag. They're
laughing at
doing
other
it some other
times?
way. They're doing it some other way. There's no way.
How can anyone take him seriously after this?
They're desperate.
Piano keys are pretty narrow, so that's to be able to.
Yeah, it means he has a skinny boy.
He's got it, yeah, which is honestly unfortunate in a lot of
Pretty
ways.
sure it's not real. I don't
I'd
think
so
they're
much
really
rather
doing
have
that.
Heidi, don't be serious at a time like this.
I'd so much rather
I just
have
found out people lie on the internet, okay? So I gotta tell everybody.
No, who would go on Al Gore's internet? and
I'd
tell
go
lies? What are you
chode
talking
before
about?
I'd go skinny any day.
Yes,
you know?
absolutely.
You don't want it in there
100%.
cowbelling it up. We all Zelensky'd out. I feel like we did
Yeah,
a
it's
good job.
enough.
Yeah,
I'm sick of
goodbye.
him.
Love you guys. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye. All right, love you guys. God, I don't even want to leave. This candle smells so good. I don't want to leave. All right, love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you all. Join the Discord. Feet. Love you all. Wow. You guys are awesome. Come and get it. Bye, guys. Bye. Now I'm really leaving. Love you. Bye.